What's good, y'all? It's Guided DF. Today, I have for you the ultimate Luka Doncic build. This build plays exactly like him and allows you to dominate in every facet in the game. On the ones, he's extremely overpowered. On the twos, he is pretty good. But on the threes, he is extremely OP. But on the fives, he is the most overpowered point guard in the game. Let's get straight to the builder. Alright, so now we are in the builder. Dude, I've been excited to show you this build for so long. I've been sick for like these last 3 days. I've been wanting to come out with this video for so long, but I wasn't able to talk for my videos. But anyways, let's get right into it. So pretty much, of course, this is going to be everything, right? It's going to be Luka for the first name, Doncic for the last name, right-handed, and then jersey number 77. Alright, so you are going to keep it at the point guard position, and then you're going to move it up to a 6'7" for a height, and then a 230 for the weight. For the wingspan, he actually does have a 7'2" in real life, but because of like how good he is at shooting, I don't want to hurt him that much. Like, he is a great shooter, and I want to be able to get him that 91 mid-range for his shifty shooter, because if he doesn't have shifty shooter, is that really a Luka Doncic build? Nah, I feel like he needs that on Hall of Fame. Alright, so the first thing that you're going to do is start with the physicals, right? We want to see all those badges pop up while we're making the build. So, for speed, I feel like this is justifiable for Luka Doncic. A 77 overall speed, I think that's probably perfect for him. He's not super fast. If you've ever watched Luka, he is not the fastest player, but I also feel like he's not exactly the slowest player ever. Like, he's still faster than centers. And we got centers in this game that have like a 68, like 72, so he's still faster than them by a decent amount. And then for the agility, you can bring it all the way up to a 71. And then for strength, he's a big, strong point guard. Like, that's one of his like main things to his game. So you're going to be bringing this all the way up to 84, and I'll explain later why that is the case. Now for the vertical, you're just going to bring this up to a 65. Okay, now let's go back to the finishing. So for the finishing, for the close shot, you're going to bring it up to an 83. This gets you, I'll show it later, but you get that float game on silver and the paint prodigy on bronze. And then layup, you're going to be able to bring this all the way up to a 93 overall. A 93 overall unlocks every single layup package in the game. I mean, you're going to be a complete boss. And that 84 strength, obviously, if you bring it up to a 96, you would be able to get that Hall of Fame physical finisher. But to be honest, I don't really see a big difference. Gold is definitely good enough for me. Okay, and then after that, you're just going to bring this up to a 73 driving dunk. This allows you to get, your posterizer on bronze. He does get some context in real life. Felt like it's like I need to give him at least a little bit of a driving dunk, you know what I mean? He's not exactly like a big finisher in this league in the way of driving dunk, but there is a few posterizers that he's had over his career, so I had to give him like a 73, you know what I mean? For standing dunk, you're just going to get him that 45 just because it unlocks all those like basic standing dunks, and he's able to do those in real life. Now you are going to bring this post control all the way up to 87. Everybody knows that he is a huge post up player, so you're going to be out getting that post up poet on gold, and then obviously you get your post powerhouse on silver. You get your unpluckable on silver already. And then, time to move on to the next thing. So you get to bring this all the way up to an 86 mid-range shot. This is huge. You're going to be able to use your cap breakers to bring it up to a 91, those 5 cap breakers. That's where I would use them personally. If you guys want to use them somewhere else, of course you can. The reason that you do want to use that, though, on that is because you get your, you get that post-fade phenom, you get the shifty shooter up, and you get the set shot specialist, on gold. So that's why I would move it all the way up to a 91. For the 3-point shot, you're going to bring this all the way up to a 83, allowing you to get that limitless range on bronze. Like I was saying, bro, these builds do not, like the 6'7s, you cannot get like good shooting on it unless you bring the wingspan all the way down, and for this build we're obviously not going to do that. So I mean, 83 is still good enough. I'll give you my jump shot right after this, and you're going to be able to shoot perfectly fine with that. And then for the free throw, you're going to leave this at a 61. For pass accuracy, you get to bring this all the way up to a 92. So like I was saying, this build is extremely good for on the 5s and on the 3s. So you can use this on the 5s or the 3s without a problem. On the 1s, this build will still be good. Like, I'm not going to say this build is going to be excellent on the 1s, but it is still going to be good. On the 2s, I would probably not use it just because you do not have the speed. And then for the ball handle, bring this all the way up to 86. This unlocks all tall, the best dribble moves for all tall point guards. And then for the speed with ball, bring this just up to a 75. That just allows him to get that silver lightning launch. Again, Luka Doncic is not that fast. This just allows him to at least be able to move a little bit like he does in real life. And then for the interior defense, bring that up to a 60. You can bring the perimeter up to a 74. I feel like that is very, just the beginner, it's good enough, just to, it kind of meets the needs of what Doncic does. You're going to be able to guard the person that's sitting corner on this build, which is why on the 3s and the 5s, this build would be perfect to use. And then for the steal, you can bring this all the way up to a 60. Again, it's nothing huge. It's just that it gets you that bronze interceptor. I feel like anybody that's in the NBA, they don't just sit there and not grab a ball when it goes right past them. So, of course, you're going to want to have at least a 60 for anybody that's in the NBA, pretty much. For the block, you're just going to leave it at a 31. I actually don't know if he's ever gotten a block in his life. No, I'm just kidding. But he definitely, he's not, a big denier, he's not that type of guy. It's definitely other places where we can use the attributes. You're going to bring this up to a 53. He's not exactly a great offensive rebounder, but he does get a decent amount of rebounds defensively. So you are going to be able to bring this all the way up to a 70, which gets you the bronze rebound chaser and also the silver box out beast, which is pretty dang good. So the huge things about this build, okay, so let's make sure that we run over this build. You get that strong handle on Hall of Fame. You're going to be running next to them, and then suddenly you're just going to throw it between their legs. That animation that you guys might have happen to you, you're going to be able to do that at all times on this build. Another huge thing that I think I almost just went over, the 92 pass accuracy. You get that break starter on gold, you have that versatile visionary, and you got that bailout, and then you also get that Hall of Fame dimer. The Hall of Fame dimer is absolutely insane. When your teammates are going to be so happy that their point guard has a 92 pass accuracy. They're going to be like, oh my gosh, we got to start playing with this kid more. He got, he's diming us up. We're all making our shots. You're hitting 2 more shots a game because of this dimer. I mean, of course we want to play with you. And then you have that 93 drive and layup. Come on, bro. You are an offensive force. And then defensively and rebounding, it's pretty decent. You can work with these attributes. It's not, totally overpowered or anything. But, you got to give up something to be Luka Doncic. And that's, Luka Doncic almost kind of gave up on himself on defense. It's kind of he kind of made himself a 2K build in the first place, so it kind of, it's kind of easy to make him in this game. Alright, now I will be showing you my jump shot and other animations that will make this build feel exactly like Luka. Alright, to start off with, we do have that 93 layup. It's actually kind of crazy, bro. We all know Luka is crazy on his layups, which is why he has the best layup package in the game. So when you upgrade your player, you're going to be able to get this right off the bat. Now, if we do go back to my actual animations, I'll be able to show you my, all my other animations real quick. So right now, I do use Jalen Green as my dribble style. He's very solid. You could also use Zion Williamson. The reason why I have a higher speed of ball on this build is because I use cap breakers. So don't be worried, is he actually using the build that he made for us? Yeah, I did. So you're going to be using Zion or Jalen Green. You're going to be using Kawhi Leonard as your signature size up, or you could go with Drew Holiday. Those are kind of interchangeable. I personally like Kawhi Leonard, but decide. You got to try them out yourself. I feel like dribbling is really a preference. When you look up things what's the best dribbling, people have different preferences. Obviously, there is some absolutely horrible ones. But a lot of these, you really do have to try out. And if they feel good, they feel good. So, you can try them out. So, It's going to be Lonzo Ball, regular breakdown. You're going to have Klay Thompson as your aggressive. I absolutely love this one. But again, you're going to have to try it out. Jimmy Butler, escape move. I actually don't know if there is one that's anywhere close to this one. So that's one of them where it's like, you should definitely use this one. Devin Booker combo moves. You can also use Pro. I'm totally in on Pro. It's just I kind of feel, I don't know. I feel a little bit more, I don't know, like a little bit more shifty when I'm using Devin Booker. Devin Booker crossover. This is also another one where it's like everybody's using it for tall guards. Behind the back, Kawhi Leonard. This is definitely like a beginner behind the back. It's really easy to shoot off of from the three. It makes you move back a little bit. So if you're in the mid-range area, you might be able to get some room for a three-pointer when you do use the behind the back. You're going to be able to use the Steve Nash spin. I don't really spin that much, but whenever I see people online talking about the best spins and everything, I always hear this one, Steve Nash. Hesitation, Tyrese Halliburton. I've been using this since the beginning. It's just one of those where it's like a misdirection. So whichever way that you have your hand on the ball, you're just going to flick it the same way, and you'll go that way, and then you can just cross right back to the other side. It's just a misdirection. It's really good. And then the step back, Zach LaVine is by far my favorite one for the step backs. But you could also use Doncic. I think there's a few more also, but my favorite is Zach LaVine just because of how many ankle breakers I get, and then also how easy it is to shoot off of it. And then in the way of a jump shot, I'll go over in just a second. I'll also show you my dunk style. For go-to shot, I use Klay Thompson. Devin Booker is my dribble pull-up. Other people use, Pro 2. It's kind of just a preference thing. I just like the release that is in the game for Devin Booker. And then the last thing would probably be the Alex Caruso motion style. I love the Alex Caruso motion style, but you can pretty much use any motion style that you like, but there is some advantages. Kawhi is really good for defense, so if you want to up your game on defense, I would use Kawhi. A lot of people use Brenham. A lot of people use Jalen Suggs. My favorite one is Alex Caruso. It just makes dribbling, I don't know, it just makes it feel a little bit better. Okay, and then for the jump shot, for this build, you're going to be rhythm shooting, okay? So you're going to be having Matt Ryan as your base, Oscar Robertson as release 1, and then Devin Booker as release 2, 65% Oscar Robertson, and then 35% Devin Booker. And again, you're just going to be using rhythm shooting, and you're going to just release it, or I guess push up when it hits your head. This is by far the best jump shot I've used for rhythm shooting this whole year. So just try it out. If it doesn't work for you, I have another video that I just produced maybe a week ago that will give you a different jump shot. And then if we go to dunk styles, you can use athletic one-handers off 2. You can use front clutches off 2. You do not get that one. You can use athletic one-handers off 1. And I think that's it for just the, those ones. And then for this, you're not going to be able to get either of these two. You will be able to get both of these. You're going to put this, you're going to use both. Both of these are very good. I just use two-hand only because it's more safe, and I have other ones for this build that I am currently showing you the animations on. But both of them are both very good. For this, you do not get that. But you do get, no, you don't get that either. Let's see. I'm trying to think. I don't think you really get that many. What I would go with is definitely Klay Thompson. You do get Klay Thompson. It's a very good one. You can use CJ McCollum. CJ McCollum is another good one. Ginobili is another good one too. So just use all the ones that are safe ones. The safe ones are the best ones. You can also use DeMar DeRozan. DeMar DeRozan is, it's probably one of the best ones for, explosive dunks for the lower overall, so you can use that one also. And then alley-oops, you obviously get this pro one. And that's going to be it for all the animations in this game. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.